Hey guys, look, it's snowing. We're supposed to get like 6 to 10 inches of snow, and well, it looks more like 6 inches of snow. So I'm in South Brooklyn right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk around. We're gonna check everything out. We're gonna go into the park. We'll go down some of the streets. Maybe we'll go see some Christmas lights. I know Christmas is over and everyone's kind of all over the Christmas lights thing, but you know, Christmas lights in snow look kind of nice. So the temperature right now is cold. Actually, it's 29 degrees and it is still snowing. So all right, let me turn the camera around so you guys can see what I'm looking at. There we are. Okay, that's what we're looking at. We got a big plow truck trying to make a tight turn here. You see the plow right there. He's trying to make sure he doesn't hit any cars. He is taking his time. Alright, so let's first go into the park without getting hit by a car. It looks really nice. This is like a winter wonderland. Let me get one of my gloves on, guys, because it is really cold. Oh my god. All right. Oof. It is cold. You guys are going to hear wind on this one. I did not bring the wireless mic, and we all know why. It'll probably die halfway through because of the cold. So I was like, forget about it. So you guys get the full what's the full experience, right? Sound like you're out here. You'll hear the wind in your ears. You feel the wind through your hair. It's very nice. This is Dyker Beach Park. This is where I live. I'm on the what you call the south side. We are on the south side of Dyker Heights. I'm gonna have to walk through this semi-deep snow here. There's about 6 inches of snow on the ground here. It's gonna take me a little bit to get through it. So I'm on my, little Christmas break that I do every year, but these are the exceptions I make, right? I wanted to go to Coney Island last night, right? So my original plans were, let me move the camera up a little bit there. My original plans, let me move the camera up a little more. There we go. My original plans were to be in Coney Island when the heaviest snow started to fall. That didn't happen. I was watching the radar and I was watching the models, and I'm like, the storm kind of came it was a little late. It was supposed to ramp up around 5 o'clock and then heavy snow by 8, but the snow started at around 7, so it didn't ramp up until overnight hours, and I wasn't going to be getting up and doing one of my, 4 in the morning walks. So this is the best you got here. Well, look at this, guys. This is all white here. You got a plow coming towards me, I think. They're plowing the park. This is a parks department is plowing the park. So look at the trees. Look at the trees are nice and covered. Oh, look at this scene, guys. Look at this. Look. Look at that. Well, you can see which way the wind is blowing, which is in my face, because you can see how the trees have the snow right there. That's the direction we're walking in. We got this plow coming towards me. He's not plowing, though. I don't know if there's something. Well, he looks like he's kind of spinning there. I don't know what's going on over there. Plow's not even down, so. Here's the playground. We're going to be walking down Bay 7th Street to check everybody out digging out their cars. What we'll do is we'll make our way up to the Christmas light area. Okay? That's what we'll do. Normally it would only take me about maybe 10 minutes to walk over there, but in the snow it's a lot harder. So this is Bay 7th Street. Everyone is shoveling right now. Big plow truck. Now this snow is different than the snow I walked in a couple weeks ago. This is a white powdery snow. This is not a wet snow, so it's not making a lot of crunchy noises. In case you're wondering what time it is early. It is 7 in the morning. Sun just came up. So it's not dark out. It's light out, but it's not like bright light out yet. I had to bump up the exposure though, so you guys can get that white snow feel. So this is very similar to the day after Christmas storm in 2010 that shut down South Brooklyn. I mean, it was shut down. It was really bad. So this storm came in around maybe a few hours later than that one, 15 years later. Same setup though. Strong, excuse me. Strong northern clipper coming down from the north, dropping a lot of snow. In that storm, the 2010 storm, they thought that storm was only going to drop like 5 inches, and it wound up dropping something like 23 inches, 24. It was a crazy storm. The city was very underprepared for that one, and it shut down the city because they didn't have that many plows out. And it was known as the day after Christmas blizzard. This is more like the day after Christmas snowstorm, I guess. This is Beth Avenue. So anyway, I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. For those of you that celebrate Christmas. And we got New Year's coming up now. Now here's the interesting thing about this snow. This might not be here that long. We have a couple of days of warm temperatures. A couple of days of warm temperatures, and we have a rain storm coming. That's right, we have a rainstorm coming. So a lot of snow will probably be washed away by that time. That's coming, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. It is a Saturday right now. December 27th. Looks like this guy's shoveling snow right onto the sidewalk from his stairs. So let me just step across the street here. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is nice. Looks like they plowed in front of the school. I am wearing my boots. Wearing my snow boots. Believe it or not, that walk I did, the 4 a.m. walk I did a couple weeks ago in the snow, I was in sneakers. And that was, that was on purpose. That was because the snow wasn't going to be that deep. But this is 6 inches of snow. Honestly, it looks more like, in some spots, like the park, it looked like 6 inches, but over here it looks more like 3 inches. There goes the plow. That's the guy that cleared the sidewalk for us. Let's walk by him. It's the little plow that could here. It's like a John Deere tractor with like a little plow on it. Alright, so we get to the Christmas lights quicker. We're gonna let's cut through the park. No, you know what? Let's walk down here. I want to walk through the actual playground area. Look at the trees, guys. Look, they're all winter wonderlanded. Everything is winter wonderlanded. Very nice. Very nice out. And I hope I am not catching a cold. Christmas was very busy for me. I was gone since Monday afternoon, Tuesday morning. I didn't get back until yesterday, Friday. Went to numerous family gatherings. So I was definitely around people that could have been sick. We shall see. I haven't been sick in a long time. It's been a while. Maybe since COVID. Maybe since COVID was the last time I got sick. I very rarely get sick. Let's look at this right here. I very rarely get sick. So. Winter ones are landed. All right. So this is normally where we play basketball. That's not happening today. Well, for at least a few days. I'm surprised there's no kids out right now. I mean, parents generally do bring their kids out to the park pretty early because the snow is kind of new. But there'll be a lot of kids in this park probably in the next hour or so. They probably woke up really early looking out the window and saying, Mom, Dad, I want to go out. You kind of hear a little bit of crunching. Go the handball courts. I used to play a lot of handball growing up. I used to be on a handball team also. I probably could still play. I mean, I'm still in shape. I'm still loose. Here goes our Christmas tree. This is the Christmas tree. It looks like the lights are out. Would have been nice if they left the lights on. This is our little Christmas tree over here. Let's cross over here. Just try to get across. We're on 86th Street, by the way. I'm sure some of you might recognize that. This right here is where, you know, the Christmas tree setup is. They're gone. They left. I said, usually yesterday, the day after Christmas, you can see it's all cleared out. It's all empty now. And it'll be looking like this until Easter. They come back for Easter. They come back during holidays and, you know, like Mother's Day, Easter. Well, Mother's Day is really not a holiday, but they'll be back, you know, throughout the year. They come back to do other things like Easter baskets, Mother's Day flowers. But they'll obviously not be back until next year for the Christmas trees. All right, we made it to 13th Avenue. Looks like somebody's got their Christmas lights on over here. Here we go. Oh, the lights just went out. Literally went out. Did you see that, guys? He had his lights on all night and he decided to turn them off now. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. The lights went off so fast. It was as if it was planned to shut off when I showed you guys the lights. Alright, we're gonna see if any of the big Christmas homes have their lights on. I don't know if Lucy would have her lights on right now. She might. We'll see. Great thing is there's nobody down here. There's no tour buses. Last night, there was nobody down here. And you're probably wondering, well, yeah, Christmas mode. No, this is it's crowded down here until New Year's. But because there was a winter storm warning, tour buses are directed by the companies not to drive into Brooklyn. So anybody that was here last night was local. Morning. All right, let's see what's going on 84th Street here. This is gonna be a bit of a walk because it's uphill. Yeah, it looks like everyone's lights are out. They're all conserving energy. You can see all the Christmas decorations are covered in snow. You can barely tell what's going on down here. You can see some people shoveling. Some Christmas ribbons over here. Bows, ribbons, whatever you want to call them. Here you go. Here comes some snow-covered decorations. Looks like somebody's shoveling up there. Really can't see the decorations. Everything's covered in snow. Looks like this home has their lights on a little bit in the window there. All right, we're gonna get into the street. I gotta keep an eye on my back to make sure I don't get hit by a car or anything like that. And like I said, we are walking uphill right now, so gravity is pulling me down along this slippery road. See, isn't this nice? See how nice and quiet it is? There's nobody here. Remember how we were here the other night, how hard it was to walk around? Here we go, look at this. So the lights are, the lights are out. The lights are out. We'll take a stop at Lucy's house. Lucy has her. No, the neighbor has their lights on. So the neighbor has the lights on. Here you go. This is a nice one right here. Look at this, guys. See? Looks very nice in the snow. It looks more like Christmas, right? Let's go check out Lucy's house. I have to plug the battery in. 1 second here. If I could get the cable out of my pocket. There we go. Now I'm trying to get my glove back on. Alright. Here goes Lucy's house. Well, we got the house next door to Lucy. I mean, they're both really decorated. Looks like everybody's covered in snow. Here goes Lucy's house, all covered in snow. Looks like everything's got snow on their head. There you go, look at that. Looks like she left the crown lights are on the top of the house. All right, let's keep walking. Of course, we have to have joggers, you know, in the snow. Gotta run in the snow. I think walking in the snow is the enough exercise that you're gonna need. Really, it's you know, it's just a workout. I can tell you that. I consider it more trudging than walking, you know. It's trying to get through all this. Got this guy shoveling. What's going on?
Good one.
And now we're going downhill. We are on 11th Avenue right now. We're gonna walk along 11th Avenue for a little bit. The floor here is kind of icy, probably because this was all salted last night and it melted underneath and then it snowed on top. I'm gonna go in the street for this guy. Like I said earlier, temperature is cold. I mean, the wind is not that bad. It's like a wind out of the north. You could probably hear it going into the camera. There's a wind in the north, from the north, coming in at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Temperatures are in the 20s, upper 20s, so it definitely feels colder with the wind. You can hear some crunching on my feet. We got some Christmas decorations over here. See what I do for you guys to get up this early? Well, I really can't say this is early compared to the last snow walk I did 4 in the morning. So, you know, getting up at 7 in the morning is kind of like lazy for me. But it is, you know, it's early. Starting to see more and more people come out and shovel. Somebody put a bunch of sand underneath the snowpack over here. This is 81st Street. Good thing about this snow is that it is a Saturday morning, so no one has to go to work. As one of the main reasons we do not see a lot of cars on the road right now. I know some people might think it's early, but people would be going to work right now, so there would be people shoveling out their cars. Got a church over here. This is St. Philip's Episcopal. It's an Episcopal church. That house looks really nice in the snow, right? We'll walk by the firehouse. There's a firehouse over here. Somebody had recently asked me about, you know, fire response times, because we were talking about how bad the traffic is in this area during the Christmas lights season. And somebody had asked me, you know, how fast they're going to be able to respond if there was a fire, you know, in the neighborhood, and, you know, they had to get a fire truck here really quick. Well, there is a firehouse right over here. It's on this block right here. It's on this side of the street, actually. So theoretically, we would, you know, would have a quick response time. It looks like all the firefighters are out shoveling. But even with all the traffic, you know, with all the streets gridlock of cars, it would be hard to get a truck over there. They'd probably have to clear cars out of there real quick. I'm gonna get us in the street so we can get a good look at the firehouse. You won't be able to see the firehouse if I'm walking right next to it, so. This is some of the homes. And this firehouse, in case you're wondering, is located on 79th Street between 12th and 11th. And it's a big firehouse, by the way. You wouldn't really think that a big firehouse would be right here on a residential block. That's what makes it really unique. I mean, it's literally on a residential block. Usually you see like firehouses are usually like on major streets or avenues. Well, this firehouse, this is engine 284 and hook and ladder 149, which you can see. Good morning, gentlemen. All right, we are back on 12th Avenue here. I'm going to take you guys down to 13th Avenue. Now, if you notice, this street was cleared with a plow. And we've been walking all the blocks, and this is the only street that's been cleared. And you know why? It's because of the fire department. Make sure that this street is cleared. They'll come through and clear the rest of the streets eventually. The way the sanitation trucks are they're gonna prioritize major arteries first. That's how it works. Clear the avenues and the major streets, and then they'll come and backtrack through these streets. But by the time they come here, as you can see, the snow's not that deep, and you know it's already tracked through. But the one thing they got to be careful about is these hilly areas. We're going on a steep downhill right now. The one thing they got to watch out for is slippery conditions, so they're gonna have to come through here and salt everything. All right, we're crunching again. We're crunching. It stopped snowing, by the way. It's actually supposed to get sunny today, believe it or not. We're supposed to get some sun in here by the end of the day.
Good morning.
Good morning. Lovely weather, right? We're coming up on 13th Avenue. We'll take a look at the church. We'll stop over at St. Bernadette. See what's going on. We're starting to see more people come out of their homes and clear up their cars. It is getting close to 8 in the morning now. You got the La Bella Marketplace, which is the big marketplace over here. Got a guy in here clearing the parking lot for the funeral home. This is the parking lot for the funeral home across the street here. Torre Grossa. This is the, we'll see what the temperature is saying. Oh, it looks like a, look at this, guys. It looks like a car or a truck ran into this pole here. Look at this. Look at these traffic lights are just hanging here. So, most likely something obviously hit it. Probably backed into it or something gently, because the whole pole would have been down. $7:46 and 29 degrees. That's what the clock is saying. Here is the marketplace, which yesterday at around 2 o'clock was crowded. It was like the end of the world. You know, everyone was coming in here, getting all the stuff, so they didn't have to come out this morning. And I'm looking in there. You see some girls just talking at the cash registers. Nobody is in there. Nobody in there. There's not one person shopping in that place. And that's a busy place even at 7 in the morning. Trust me, because I'm one of the people that goes there at 7 in the morning. I like to go in and get out. So almost 8 in the morning, nobody's in there. Oh, it looks like they finally cleared all of these hedges. So this home, I don't know if it's abandoned or whatever, but for many years, you know, if you live in the neighborhood, you know, like this house always had all these overgrown hedges and stuff. You could never see the house. You guys, this is actually probably the first time I've seen this house in like 40 years. Honestly. I mean, they took everything out of here. And you can see the house does look like there's nobody living in it. I don't think I've ever seen this house because it's always covered. That is interesting. Look at this. You can see the front. You guys could either go back into my older walks on 13th Avenue, but the easiest way is go to Google Street Map. And check out 80th Street and 13th Avenue. You'll see what I'm talking about. You could use the time machine on there and see what I'm talking about. You could never see that house. We are walking by Sirico's. Sirico's is one of the last remaining catering halls in Brooklyn. Like big time catering halls. I used to work in catering halls when I was a teenager. I was a waiter and a bartender. And back in those days, they used to let teenagers bartend. I don't know if they still do that now. That actually, you know, as a bartender, you're not supposed to drink anyway. So some people might think. You know, you shouldn't let a teenager bartend, but they're not supposed to be bartending. They're not supposed to be drinking anyway, so that's not cool. Keeping the car right in the middle of the sidewalk. Give them a shout out. You want to block sidewalks like that. Okay, here goes St. Bernadette. Last year when I did the walk in the snow, this guy was out with his little plow. Here he is again. So here we go. Look at this. This is beautiful, huh? Look at all these Christmas trees all covered in snow. I'm going to get you guys a look right now. 1 second here. Let me back up a bit and then I'll come forward. But ain't that really nice? You got all the wreaths. All the wreaths are, everything is covered in snow. Wreaths, Christmas trees, regular trees. You have the nativity in front of us. Man, it really smells like Christmas tree over here. There's the chapel. Tasty pastries across the street. They look like they're open. I don't know. They might be closed for the season. For the holidays, who knows? I do know that they do close down for a few days after Christmas. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk. We will walk down 84th Street the other way, though, not the way we just went. And we'll end it down, I guess over by 86th Street or something. Like maybe 15th, over by Outback. I think that's a good ending point, right? We'll go over by Outback Steakhouse. There goes our post office, Steiger Heights Station. All right, let's take this 84th Street the other way now. We'll walk down to 15th and then over to 86th and we'll call it over there. Since that is on the way home anyway for me, so you guys are watching this on the same day that I recorded it, because you know I'm just nice like that. The way it works out, I get in early enough, get the video together, upload it, and just poof. I mean, obviously it'll have a later starting time than I normally start my videos on a day, but everyone is home, so I should have a good watch group. I should have a good audience sample. People love snow. They love taking a walk. Oh, I got some nice decorations right here. Look at this. Yeah, this is a block I don't walk down much when I do my walks. This part of 84th Street. Santa Claus and some soldiers there. So this right here, this building on my left, used to be it's now like a school. It used to be a Norwegian home for children, like orphanage, if I remember correctly. Looks a little different. It's more modernized, got some new brick face and stuff, but back in the day it used to have a big stone face that used to say Norwegian orphanage, I think, or Norwegian homeschool or something like that. Basically, it was an orphanage. I remember because I used to go to, Steiger Heights Junior High School And this is the way I walked home. I would come, for some reason, I would always walk down 84th Street to 15th Avenue and then go up a couple blocks and then up 10th Street. All right, I'm going to take the charger out. I've had the camera plugged into the charger for the last 20 minutes or so. So yeah, to recap, we came out here at around 7 in the morning. It was still snowing. The area picked up anywhere between 3 to 6 inches of snow. We were originally forecast to get 5 to 10, but what happened was the storm was further north. The core of the storm, like the really heavy snow that we were supposed to get last night, didn't happen. I originally was planning to go to Coney Island. But the snow didn't even start until 7. That was when I was going to be in Coney Island, you know, because it was supposed to start snowing around 4. With the heaviest snow around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, but it never happened. So a lot of this snow you're seeing was from overnight. Starting at, you know, it got kind of heavy at around 8 o'clock for maybe about 20 minutes, and then it just, you know, moderate snow for the rest of the night. Moderate light snow. It looks like, I don't know if this is Frosty or the Abominable Snowman inflatable, but he's hung over. That's what too much snow will do to a snowman, right? Gotta stay off that snow. Fifteenth Avenue. We're gonna make a right over here. This guy wants $50 just to shovel like 3 steps. I hear him trying to negotiate. Guy said no, 20. So he's shoveling, so he took the $20. All right, here we are on the corner of 15th and 84th Street, and we're gonna go over to 86th Street and end the walk. I'll give you guys a look at the intersection. More and more people are coming up on the road. People are waking up, thinking about life today. I want to thank everybody for coming along, taking this walk. We had a nice little walk. This was, you know, these are the reasons why I'll come off of a break, is for weather-related stuff. You know me. I am a weather person. Storm chaser, rain walker, snowstorm walker. So that's the exception I'm willing to make when I'm on a holiday break. And I'm just going to be in now for the rest of the day. I'm not even coming out again. done. I got everything. I went shopping yesterday. I got everything I need for a couple days. Like I said, this snow is not going to last long. I mean, it looks, you know, beautiful and everything. It'll be on the ground for a couple of days, though. It is going to be cold, but then by Monday and Tuesday, it's going to warm up to the 50s, and it's going to rain. And so this will probably all be washed away by next week. Here is Outback, by the way. This is the old Mar Lumber Yard. It used to be called Mar Lumber. And that is the original building. They renovated it and then put that, you know, big awning in there and everything, but the building still looks the same as it did back in the 1970s and 80s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross here, give you guys a look at 86th Street one more time, and then I'm going to end it. '86th Street looks all slushy. Alright guys, I am going to sign off here. I will catch you all in the next walk. I am on my little holiday break. I will be live at some point this week for like New Year's or something, so stay tuned for that. But until the next walk, I will catch you all later. So stay warm and bye-bye.